Okay. Okay. Um, happy and sad. Happy and sad. Always doing this alone. I need some participation. Need some participation. My life is full, my heart is full, and it is empty. It's nice to share. It's very nice to share. Reading this book on numbers, and I really like my number. I like my birth number, October 4th, 1963. Now try and find my documentation, my signature, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't, today you just can't say the truth. You know that? Sometimes you just can't say it, or you can't say the truth, or you're just too shy to make the right move, and then everything looks sort of like out of place. It's like you show up for a test and you know the whole test, and you show up and you fail, and you fail, right? That's what it is. Sometimes when you don't want to mess up, you mess up. So I've done that. I've done that for sure. That's the way I feel like this last couple of weeks. I don't know why. So I have to just jump over that hump, get over it, and but it's anyways. It's like I lost a cube. I lost a cube. This cube. I'm only left with one cube. Okay, you have one cube, you have 6. You have 2 cubes, you have 12. So if you have 2 cubes and you have 12, when you throw the 2 cubes, you will not get 1. The only one you will have is you, the one who throws the 2. These 2 counted for 1, and the total can be 1 number or 2. But even if it is 2 numbers, it wouldn't matter. Because if it was 2 numbers, it would only be A and B. It would either be A plus B or A times B. Why? Because 10. 1 and 1. 1 times 1, 1. 10. 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So now you have 0, 1. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Now you have 1 and 2. You had 0 and 1. Now you have 1 and 2. We have to do this because when we're kids, that's where it comes from. You got to be a big kid. So you have 10, 11, 12. And the faculty in front is, we're going to use number 9. Okay, and we're going to use number 9. I'm taking this. This is coming out of the game of pool right now, this idea. We're going to use the 9. The reverse of 1 is 9. The reverse of 1 is 9. Of 2, it's 8. Of 3, it is 7. 7, 8, 9. And these are the special ones, right? Where you're going to say 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9. You will say these because the French tell us. Les Français, ils disent à nous. Ils disent à nous 10, 11, 12. Il dit 17, 18, 19. Quand tu vois un numéro, when you see it in numbers, right? You see it as a number. But imagine, okay? Here you're going to go 10, 8, 10, 8. You know, it's almost like saying the rotation. So I want to divide this by 3 somehow because I want to get this down to 3 over here. But anyways, where was I going with this? Wow. Okay. I don't remember. We're going to jump onto something off and out of the ordinary. No, let's stick with this. Okay. S-E-N. N-E-S. Something to do. Let me see. S-E-N-T. There it is. That's what I was trying to remember. Okay. Scent. You see, just to mix up all these things and to forget and see where I'm going and not really know what I'm talking about for a minute, to trying to get myself in a flow and a pathway, because Do you want to learn? Do you want to see what I'm actually doing? Then you have to ask the questions. Otherwise, I'm talking. And if it makes no sense to you, then what good is it for me? I need those who think they're dumb. If you think you're dumb, this is for you. If you have a good memory, but you think you're dumb, this is for you. The only reason I say dumb is because when we went to school, if you didn't pass with at least a 75 or 80, everybody would look, they're stupid. You know, they're always these like the stupid people. What makes somebody a stupid person, right? What makes you dumb? What makes you stupid, right? Sometimes you make mistakes, you fall down, you're awkward. What makes you dumb? In which way? Anyways, I don't want to say dumb down, right? It'd be 7 up and dumb down. Dumb down and 7 up. Okay, I'm going to have to remember 4 and 13 creates a 4 itself. So what I'm going to get here is this is a prime a set of numbers. Okay, these are prime sets of numbers. When it comes to 7, 8, 9, okay, they are not prime. This is the second time we are using this number. The first time you use the 7 is when you count from 1 through till 9. You will say these 3. It's not like, okay, in French, it's 14 for 14. And here you're saying the word 4 and then teen. You are using the whole word. It's not like when you go to 15, okay, in which you're using 6, 9, 6. You're using rotation in this one over here. This is rotation. This is the percentage of 5 to 9. 9 and 6 is 15. 9 and 6 is 15. That is Mars. 6 and 6 is 12. There is your 12. That is your resident angel. That is your, where is it? That is your R. 1 and 18 and 5. That is who R is, right? The question is, it's the R and it's female. Because 1 times 2 equals to 2, and 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 3 plus 2 equals to 5. 3 times 2 equals to 6. So now I need to understand this question. Is it answering this and this coming together? I don't know. But this equals to number 24. 18 plus 6. And when A and E comes together, I want to do it this way. We can either say area space. When area space is mentioned, the word space itself is numeric value 44 for space. Okay, now everything is so intricately tied. You see, it's the 18th letter. That's why I'm talking about it. Okay, we had to add 10 into 8. This is where J came in. Okay, because A1 plus B2 plus C3 plus D4 equals to J10. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. The 10th letter is the J. The reverse is the Q 17th letter. Now we have to go to number 17. So now we have 17. We have number 10. Okay, we have A, B, C, D. When you multiply it, it becomes X, and that would be the 24th letter. It is also can be created by this mathematics, okay? And this will end up to be plus 10 equals to DC, or 34. So do you see how tied up? Everything is taking me into a new dimension, telling me a different story. It could be one gear on a watch that is sending off to different areas. And by the way, just why do you see Bugs Bunny? Because when I look at this letter over here, right, I like to say that this is the Playboy bunny symbol. That's the way I like to look at it. That's and it looks like a rabbit. You see a rabbit or a duck. Hold on a second. This way it's the rabbit because he's got his rabbit ears, right? You notice there's an angle on this. One is straight, one is over. Okay, this leg over here can be used like that. It's the same leg, right? It's the same leg. This is showing direction. It's showing that it goes that way. Let me see if I can do this. Should I be going down? I'm just trying to see where I should be going with this. I'm just trying to understand what it is. Anyways, let's stay away from the dumb art. That's not my forte. That's not my forte. So we're going to continue back with 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. When I say that, there are sets of numbers. The sets of numbers, okay, start with 1. If you want to start 1, I don't want to use 0 right now, okay? And I did skip over something. 10, 11, 12. I have to get back to that. 10, 11, 12. 1 times 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, okay, is 1 and 2. Anyways, I'm messing it all up. Then 1 times 2, okay, is 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So over here we have 5. Over here we have 3. Over here we have 1. Over here we have 0. And the letters are A1, C3, E5. And we have one part of space. Space, S&P equals to 35. Electric company. I'm not going to get into the number 35 right now. We did it yesterday. We do know that number 3 is created by 1 and 2. Did I get that right? No, made from 11. Sorry, 1 and 1. 1 and 1 create 1 and 2. 1 and 2 will recreate 2 and 3. And this is what our result is. Can we put this in any order? 351, 0, the number of the total. When you add up 1 through 26, it equals to 351, which A, E, I, O, and U equals to a total of 51. This is the E letter, and the family of the E letter is N, E, W. Anyone want to give me the news? Then the family of the A letter, okay, is going to be J-A-S, jazz. Now, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I put the S here? Because the S looks like a 5. Secondly, okay, it is number 19. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will equal this. Here is how this is created. Now, what does this create as a 23rd letter? It'll create number 11. And I want to know if somebody knew something before me. So this is what it's going to do. This one will create number 11. This one will create number 11. This one will create wait a second, number 9. No, that's wrong. I made a mistake. Anyways, let's leave that out then, because this would be an I. I'd be creating the I. What would it be? iNews? I don't know. So let's leave that out for now. Let me just get to where I really know something, and that's the total of A, E, I, O, and U. Now, the thing about A, E, I, O, and U, to a single digit, we have 1 and 5 and 9 and 6 and 3. 3, 6, 9, along with Mars. 5 and 1 is 6. 3, 9, 18, and 6, 24. Value of R female 24. 9 and 6 is rotation. Rotation inside R. I tried to find all the letters in the alphabet that say something. R, U, how about do you see? I, C, U, A, B, B, because, like in because, not in because, like the honey bee or something. C, D, E, F, G, Gee whiz. No, we can't say gee whiz. Why do we want to talk about gee whiz? You know, is that the way you spell it? H-I-J. You're jaywalking. That's like a word, right? You're jaywalking. Well, that's like a word. Those are two funny ones. Like you say KK, but it's not KK. It's like okay. A-K, L, L, L. Well, if it was French, you can use that. M, and you can use that in French for love. N, O, oh my God. L-M-N, L-M-N-O, L-M-N-O. Wow. They come together. They create your birth. And pi. P, Q, yeah, I have to go P. Okay. R, like R-U, right? R-U, R-U-S-T-T-U-V. Well, V is for life in French. W, X. Well, you can say it's my ex's fault, you know, or yeah, you know that. Anyways, Y. There's another one, and Z. They usually use Z for sleeping, but we're not going to do it. So we use the Y over here, okay, and where we don't use it in U, we should have the Y in U because you spell it Y-O-U, but we're just saying, hey, you. So we just have to understand what's going on. The 21st exchange for the 25th. We can say the cube of Earth. C, we are down by the sea. This is many words. Anyways, okay, let me see if I can jump onto something else. Hey, Mick what's going on? I see your thumbs up. You got the golden thumb. I jumped all around. I was over here. I spoke about ore. Okay, if anybody wants to track back, can you go back? Has anybody seen the movie Tenet, where they go back and forward and back and forward? Well, that's what I'm doing here. I mean, it's leading me on a path, and I'm getting away from what I actually started to do. Right? So this OR, okay, which is valued at 33, this will create mathematically 96, which is a rotation, okay? And it's a rotation, what I believe, through a spiraling tunnel, because the artwork shows it. Or also means gold. Gold is pliable. So is information pliable? Yeah, I'm shaking. So is information pliable? What is it that is pliable? Not only that, the word club and gold are both valued at 38. At the same time, the trèfle, I think that's the way you spell it, 38, 48, 54, 64, trèfle, 66. So it's telling me in trèfle, which is a club, okay, in the deck of cards. I have to look that up. I need to get the spelling right. How do you say club in the deck of cards in French? How do you say club in the deck of cards in French?
In French, you would say club dans le jeu de cartes.
No. No, it would be clubs and hearts. No, no, no. No, something's wrong. It shouldn't say club. How do you spell it? Spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. French suited playing cards. French suits. Clovers or clubs. Oh my God. That's not what it is. It's trèfle. The real thing for the clover is a trèfle. So I'm going to look up clovers. Oh, it's right here. Here it is. Here it is right there. That's the word. There it is. T-R-E-F-L-E-S. Why would it be? Okay, they're calling it clovers. I'm going to use it with 1. So it is 66. Okay, I have to do that. I have to take away the S. So it is 66, and S19 makes it to 85. That is going to bring you to the silver matrix. and this is going to lead the heaven of the silver matrix, okay, the number 8, the heavens, connecting heavens. Have you ever seen a ball? Have you ever seen a ball before? 88. 88. See that? Starts up there, goes all the way to here. There's your first 8. Now I turn it this way, and there's your other 8 right there. See that crossing there? You got the small crossing, you got the big crossing, and you got that crossing. So you got there in the center, when the center meets that center, right? What breaks apart the two sides? They have to go through like the Suez Canal. Gets really thin over here. So where am I going to take this? I was speaking about French down here. I jumped back over here. I'm going to stick with the cards. So I'm going to get away from the French numbers. If you remember, if you've been here from the beginning, okay, these are French words. And I'll explain to you why I was doing that after. Let me finish with this. So because of the 24 value, which is the X factor, it's a CX. C is alpha beta creation of the house planet. How does that happen? Well, the reverse alphabet is C over X. C over X, okay? C is the third letter. It takes A and B, and that is your creation. That is your basic creation. This is your basic creation. I'm going to explain to you why it's the basic creation, because when we speak and you say first or second and third, okay, you are using the endings like this, completely different. But when you get to fourth all the way to 20th, you are using TH, time, heaven, life, angel life on Venus through Jupiter, angel life on Venus through Jupiter, processed through the moons 39 and 18, which is also regarded as 48, which is the son of Pluto. Something to do with the market and Jesus to buy and to sell, because they both have the value of 48. They will also create, the buy and the sell is going to create something that is unbelievable, because there's a great difference between buying and selling and between night and day. '72 will create this word T2, G7, I9, 2 by 7, 14, and it creates this, the silent H. So it becomes 23, 38, 48, 58. And this one becomes 30. Night and day, we have 88. Purple Pegasus. The roadway to Highway 80, the house planet of 86. Why does this all happen? Because 4 times 8 equals 32. 4 plus 8 equals 12. 12 plus 32, c'est 44. 4 times 4. 4 fois 4 égale 16. 4 plus 4 égale 8. The différence de le jour et le soir, 7 and 8. Inside the house and outside the house. Like I once mentioned, here is your door. You are inside this area here. Here is the door to outside. This is door number 7. Well, guess what? Here's another door over here. And you know what's funny? This is door number 7. How's that possible? The passage is through the Christ of the Sun, the student of Mars. Yo élève to the blue planet, to the blue avatars. 77 is the 3 and 8 and 18 and 9 and 19 and 20 equals to 39, the angel. Angel 10, Jack. also valued at 25. It is the gateway through Jack the Angel and Christ to pass through the heavens, because the area space between the two is the 8th area space. It's 8 from this way and it's 8 from that way. You must pass through the area space. And there's going to be 4 doors. I'm not really sure how to create that same, I don't know. Anyways, keep away from the art. But there's 4 doors between them. These are the 4 doors. And I'm not going to, let me not get into that right now. This is area space. I call this day and night, where the day is twice as long as the night. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 times 6 is 6. 0, 8. I always use 0 is always valued at 6 because of this. What this dice shows me is though no matter what you do, there's always going to be 2 positions open. So when I turn the dice and I go here, there should be 8 areas around 1. 8 areas around 1. The pi hole is the 5 hole. So I'm only going to count it as 6. Not only that, 0 equals 64 equals to 10. The reverse of that is 6. And the 8 here, okay, 44. The reverse of 44 is 33, and that's 6. So it's telling it to me there also. Not only that, 0, the O letter, okay, is the 15th letter in the alphabet. 1 and 5, 6. So all these stories are telling me how we keep recreating this 0. And don't forget, if 0 is number 64, this is now going to link to everything to do with the 7th gate, CDC, Washington, D.C. This is all about D.C. How all these numbers come together from the page before. When we spoke about where did we get this? Where was that? Where was that? Right over here, I think it was. Right? A, B, C, D, how this is all recreated. So when you come into this world, when you jump onto the other side, you must start with the primaries. It is DC is the primary, because when you entered here with D. You left C, you entered here with D, and what did you create? You created J10. That's what you created. The addition of the 2 will create X, J, C, Q. Those are the letters. We're not going to discuss them. I did discuss 2 of them with you already. The numbers over here, 24 and 10, are also 6, 2 and 4, 6 and 1. And that is the exact niche we need to get into this game, because that is the only true 7. 1 is the reverse of 6, and it is dead center right there. It is the only true reversal light of 7. There is no other. Every other side will be a 5. So if I had to count, instead of counting this as 21, I am going to count only 3 areas. I will count a 7 and a 5 and a 5 equals to 17. And like they said in blackjack, you stand on 17. And how do I not know that this is not ace 11? Right? Ace 11, because it is the only place it's going to show its posture in full form matching the 6 is over here. Look, it's on the other side. It goes right through. Goes right through. They come together. That's your 11. It's a 5 and a 6 11. There is no other 11. All the other 11s play a different role in the game. This is in the cubes. Okay. So where are we going to go with this now? So we showed that this is 6 and 1. I wanted to talk about number 24. The multiplication of 24, 2 times 4 and 2 plus 4 creates 6 and 8. And because of the game of craps, right? And it's not really craps. It's because of these, right? But I'm just going to go to the game of craps because we have a game We can use these in other games, and we can, on peut aller à jouer du pool, on peut aller n'importe où tu vas jouer de quoi. Il y a toujours, même si tu portes une mitaine, even if you're wearing a baseball glove, even if you're at the baseball field, just the word baseball, just the word, c'est quoi tu fais? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm at the ball field. I'm not doing anything. But there's a whole equation in this. It's a whole equation just being at the baseball field. We can talk about there's bases. I mean, you don't have to be playing the real game to be at the baseball field. You can be just at the baseball field and say, hey, professional sports, they usually play 9 innings. When I started playing, when I was a youngster, we had T-ball. Why did they call it T-ball? Because all the grandmas were in the stands having tea. Were we in England? How many things can I get out of the word baseball? So I want to go to maybe a step number. Where was I? I was talking about the club. I'm going to put that, show you back down over here. So once I talk about the club, which is the trèfle, the value of the trèfle and why, because the trèfle, okay, number 6 gives you full direction and separation. Full direction and separation. One of the reasons for separation is because in gematria, we have this. Separation by the 7th gate, where in this position you should have 8, and in this position you should have 3. And we've seen this before on the countdown. Does anybody remember the countdown from yesterday's video? The countdown right over here. When you have number 3, here's number 3 over here, right? So if you have number 3, you need number 17. You go all the way over here, 3 and 17. There we go. 3 and 17. The gateway in October. The gateway, September, October. That is the first of the Hebrew months. You stood on 17. You put up the mortar, the bricks that design the H and the I, that show you number 52, telling you about Earth, telling you about number 89 in creation of 1 and 2. Where do we get that? 2 and 18 is 20. 1 and 19 is 20. All these additions are 20, and they're all because of the blast off. This is all because of B and O, blast off, Barack, Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, and Bam Bam, right? Right? Pebbles. Okay, so now all these equal to 20, and it's because of the countdown. 10, 9. While you're going down to 9, I'm going to say 11. Now you go to 8, I go to 12. You go to 7, I go to 13. I got to put this number somewhere. So I took number 9, right? And well, I'm not going to do like, if I was doing this against the game of pool, I'm going to show you something else after. So I match all these numbers up. Then you got 6 going to 14. And if this was the game of pool, 6 and 14 actually do go together. They are the sun. They create 6 and 5. These two numbers, do you follow what I'm saying? This is a pure number. This is the number that creates the DNA. This is the N and M come together in the alphabet. E-N and E-M. Okay, you know what I mean? Nimi. This creates its reversal. The 5 and the 4 is 9. Its reversal will be 5. The 6 and the 3 create 9. Its reversal is 4 and 1. And what's ironic about that is LOVE is 3, 6, 4, 5. They are exactly explaining what 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and equals to 4. So it wants us to use the 5 and 4. So if I'm using the 5 and 4, it's going to tell me its reversal is 2 and 3. (9/11), the creation of 9/11 through number 14. 9/11, both sides of the countdown. There's 2 separate sections and numbers that I explained here before, and I explained it yesterday. The separation of numbers starts, okay, the pattern starts at 60. But it doesn't only start at 60 there. It also starts at 60. Don't forget, the other side of 5 is 6. 7, 8, 9. So it starts at 60 because of the French. Okay, and I'm not sure. Skip too many pages here. I just want to see if I have it in here. Okay, what happens, okay, in French, you are going to use number 60, okay, when you say 70. You will no longer say it when you get to 80. But when you get to 90, you will include 80 in 90. They come together, H and I. They look the same, okay? 6 and 8 is a division of the seventh gate, and it's told to you by these two cubes over here. 60 seconds on the clock. What is the 61st? Hold on, I'm losing my trend of thought. There's another trend of thought that goes along with this. 6 is on the other side. 7, 8, 9, the gateway to the heavens of the birth spirit. You see, the second time, we have to take these numbers into a different context because of the French people. The French people, they separate it. And while they separate it, they will tell you 419. DS, not really sure, designated, I don't know. The reason for this is because the word, okay, sorry, it's D9, sorry, not 19, not 19. Take away a little bit of that excitement. Okay, it's 49. And that 49, okay, are these letters over here. This is how they say 10 in French. Its numeric value, le 24e lettre, the 24th letter. Here is the 9th letter, le 9e lettre, et le 4e lettre. 24, 24, 9 et 4. 13 puis 24. 37. The word 10 is number 39. French and English. This will create man. This will create homme. 21, it'll create man and the cube. So why am I talking about this? Because it is the first time, okay, when you get to 60. Oh, not only that, hold on a second. I got excited. Les jeux de cartes, the deck of cards, also explain the same thing. So just give me a second. You know, I can do this work from anywhere. I can do this work from anywhere. Just put me out in the country somewhere, put me up by a fishing cabin or something, and I can do my work anywhere. Deck of cards. Look at that, number 8. All the trees. Look at all the trees in the forest. Oh, my God. Maybe if we took, I don't want to say this, but maybe if we let our minds go, like hallucination of some sort, what will you actually see when you look at this? We're not looking at the important things. How far away should I hold this before you see something different? Or how many should I be holding? Anyways, let me start with number 8, number 3, number 7, number 9, number 6. Okay. Gonna start with these. This is a prime card. It has no life. Life comes in the 9 birth to where 44 comes in. Do you notice? It's not 44, it's 54. 5 of them are going up, 4 and 1. 4 of them are going down. So which one do you think this is partaking with? I say this one partakes with these because of the legs. Anyways, whatever it is, I don't know. But this is your 2 cards. To come into this world, the 6th life. 5 and 1, 6. From Mars, I am the student. 2 and 4, 6. The house planet. 9 lives of the cat. Energy of the female to the 9 birth. 3 and 3, 6 in rotation. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 of my birth. The 6 has to go into the gateway and somehow end up in the heavens on the other side. 7, 8, 9. The birth through the heavens, passage through the gateway. 7, 8, 9. 7 and 8 must come together, not the 9. They are the same. One swallows the other one. So that was 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6, but all I'm left with is the 8. So if I'm left with 15 equaling to 6, I now have 6 and 9 in rotation of the gateway. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. And not only that, I have Venus. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. 17, I stand on 17. I stand on Q. I stand on Earth. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. And I got a cramp. Just give me a second. Ah. Ah. Whew. Oh, God. So, yes, let me get back to where I was. I was talking about why I need to bring 60 in it, but I can't use 60 because 60 will end up being lost inside of 80. So I'm going to just show you this right now. Okay. What happens in French when you say 71 to 79, okay, you are going to say 60 and you will say, sorry, you will say 60, right? And you will say, I'm not sure if you'll say 70 or you'll say 70. Some words include this, okay? And some of the French language do not, and that's over here. This one does not include it. This one is 81. It is not 81. When you say different numbers in French, they will either say, it will either be said with or without the ET. Take note, everything is different. Everything is different. Sorry that I'm shaking, but everything is different. So in French, I just want to go back to this. This is a Roman numeral for 9. It is also 33, but it's not 33. It has to be X1, 11 equals to 33. Command and creation and rotation of creation. 6 and 5, 11, the student of Jesus of time. And how can I just go 65, 47? Do you not see 65 and 47? They're both 11. So if they're both 11, what happens is 5, 6, 7, and 4. So 5 and 6 is held captive to 7 and 4. 1 and 1 is 2. 4, 2, 7. 9 lives of the cat in that 4 and 2. 6 and 8, right? Just gonna do something real quick. I'm just questioning myself. There's connect these numbers, and then you can connect these numbers, and then you can connect all of them. I'm not really sure. Anyways, leave that out. I was just thinking, let's go back to this over here. So when we're saying this, we are going to use the regroupment, okay, of 10, which is a plateau, right? It's a plateau. It's a counting plateau. And I'm going to explain to you why. NASA has taught us that plateau. I'm going to see if I can write this down. Because when you start to count down at 10, and then you go to 9, when you hit 1, okay, 1 is 1. 10 is 1 plus 0 equals 1. So you started with 1, you end with 1. You made a full rotation. And so when we count 11 or 11th, right, we count to 20th. Do you remember I told you about the TH family? You don't say ST until you get to the 21st. that is the next time. So there's two distinct different setups in our numbers. The one is where the TH level begins, okay? And it begins, where am I? Did I turn too many pages? Did I turn? Okay, it begins at 4th, all the way to 20th. 210 is the total value when you add up 1 through 20. When you take away A, B, C equals to 6, and you add up the rest, the total is going to be 204. That is the total. Adding up 4 through 20 is going to be 204. And 6 is 200. Did I get that right? Yes, I got that right. I got that right. You can check out my math if you want. So I'd have to figure what this is all about. But this is for some reason, I'm trying to figure out what else I can do with this. It's telling me 24. It's telling me I have to change this 0, make it a 6. I'm adding them together. I don't really want to do anything. That's what it is. So nothing really starts again. Everything that is encompassed now, okay, is going to be encompassed when you get to the 21st. But the reality of coming to the 21st, okay, you have to actually start with 3 in order to go to the 21st. 4 and 20, 21st. 1 and 2, 3. 3 is 3. Now, you want to go to 2, you have to go to 2 is actually 20. This is something different. Sorry, I jumped off the case. This is something different. 3 to 21. Okay, we're not going to do it that way. I was doing sets of 7. Hold on a second. Let me just change this whole thing around. Wow, I mixed up 2 things inside of here. I got lost. Let me get a glass of water and come back. Wow, there's just so much going on. The story just changes all the time. It's not that I decided to change the story. It's not that I forgot about it or made too many mistakes. It's just that it took me down another road. I got to go back to the other part of the story. I'm alone. I need more characters for the part. Whew. I got to get a drink. Got somebody outside. You want to come in? Come on, let's go. Don't got all day here. We got some flies on the balcony. Keep that door shut. My number is number 6. My number is number 6. And let me tell you one thing, that book is pretty much right on so far. I like what it says. Yeah, I don't know what it is. My apartment's white. Everybody knows my apartment's white, right? I don't understand. I look in the camera, I got all these designs. It must be, that's right. It's the green screen. So for all of you that don't know this apartment, it's the green screen, right? How can you ever do this? How can you do that? Can't do that. No way. That'd be crazy. My bathrobe just fits perfect into it. Yeah, I got to go take a shower. I just got home. I'm all dirty. Sting like a bee. Sting like a bee. So I wish somebody would just ask me these questions. Just ask me some questions. What did you make a mistake? I was talking earlier on first, second, and third. First base, second base, you get the third base. Now we can bring in like everything. It doesn't matter, even if you're in the bedroom, it doesn't matter where you are. In fact, one of the greatest connections is the spermatozoid to the moon. And that's only because it's a female. It's a woman. I don't know where he is, but maybe if I put an S on the wrong side, it'll be where she is. In French, Elle et Louis. Elle et Louis. And it's funny because they call them Luigi and Mario brothers. So that's going to, you know, when words match in your life, if this is a programmated world, you're going to find the things in your life. And it's the things in your life that affect the way you think. It's what you see and what you hear and what you think, what you imagine or what you can't imagine. I could never imagine that. I got gray on my beard. I'm 18. I got gray on my beard and I'm 18. I don't get it. And my bones hurt a little bit. Sometimes I'm a little shy. When I'm a little shy, I screw up. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible, terrible. I'm not shy here. Am I shy? Hey, you taking a bath before me? Hello? Peaches. Love. Hello. Baby. How you doing? How you doing? You want a big hug and kiss? You want a big hug and kiss? I love to hug. I love to hug. She knows. She knows yesterday's dinner, I'm still cleaning it up. Okay. Like cat, 24, the letter X. Dog, 26, the letter Z. X and Z come together. 24th, 26, 50. 2 and 4, 2 and 6. 2 and 4, 6. 2 and 6, 8. The dog and the cat, the division of the seventh gate. 9 lives of the cat, but yet it's 9 lives of the cat. Yet the pound key is what divides all the areas into 9. That's right. Let's call it Mr. Potato Head. We're going to call it Mr. Potato Head because usually when you have that instrument, and I don't have that instrument. I don't have that. I got this one, by the way. But you know what I mean, right? That potato masher. So in the potato masher, it doesn't have just 9 squares. So when they mention, and everybody used to say, oh no, the skull bones, the skull bones. It's so important, the skull bones. That's how I learned. I learned from the skull bones. Why would I say that? Does anybody want to know why? Because it is the fine line of everything. It is the skeleton that shows you where to begin. You need to know where to begin. The skeleton, the fine line, the dots and dashes, the things that you thought didn't make a difference. We don't see the pound key here, but it's here because each side of this cube has areas, 9 areas, and the 5 position is right here. The average of this is 25. The average of this is 25. Earth's heart. Why is it Earth's heart? Because you see that dot? To the 6th man of life, there's Earth's heart right there. And where is it? Inside the 5. And it keeps 6 alive. 5 and 6, 11. 5 times 6, 5 plus 6 equals 30 and 11 equals 41. The number 1 and 4, do you remember? 1 and 4, the female and the birth coming together. It's the only pure number that you have. It is also creation of the DNA and the sun. Things are replicated in this world. Remember, when we count 1 through 9, as I showed you numbers, we go into where number 10 is a word. You don't see, do you see number 10 as a more of a word? 11, 12, 13 is like 1/3. But 14, oh, I know that word before. I've seen 14. I've seen 4 before, right? I've seen the teens before also in 13. I've seen that ending. In fact, I didn't see 11-teen. You can't have 11-teen. And I did a video on why you can't have 11-teen. I forget why, but I'll have to make something up, that truth. 2 and 9, 11, and the count up and the count down, right? Remember that, the count up and the count down. Number 83, I'm going back on this, and I know I shouldn't do this. I'm going to lose you. 83 or 38, which is the Gold Club, which will bring on Electric Company, which was created of the separation of 66 by the 7th gate, creating freedom 55, because the word freedom is 66. A, B, C, 1 + 2 + 3 = 6. 1 times 2 times 3 = 6. It creates the star system where the star is located, okay, on the 8 of your keyboard over here. The star is located there. The pound key and the star key and the 0 are all located on your telephone. Telephone. So we will just create very simple, and we will have the pound key, and that's a word, right? Second. Okay, that's a word, right? We're supposed to have the 1 dot over here, but it's the value of 5 equaling to 6. Mars passage. You see, it might be the pi hole, right? But only 1 goes through it. Only 1 goes through the pi hole. 1 going through 5. 1 going through 5 right now. So this area over here is the pound key. So we're going to go ahead and add the star key to that. There we go. Now we got the star key. Do you notice I only used 6 lines? I'll never use all the lines because of that. You see the way it's that way or it's that way. I can't go up and down. See here, I went across. Well, that means I have to hold it this way. Across, empty. Right? I went across. Or wait a second. Yeah, across. I can go across the empty space. Maybe these are skipping over, right? Like a tunnel. And then we right through. I don't know. Just thinking. So we put it this way, and then I'm going to create the pound key, and then I'm going to do this and this and this. But there's other ways to also do this, and where the Star of David comes in, right? And you're going to do one of these, and you can do one of these. You can, I'm just trying to think which is the other one. There's this one, there's this one. Hold on a second. There's this one, and there's this one, and there's this one, and there's this one. Do you see all the differences? Right? These are all angles. See this one over here? If I put a straight line in it here, don't you see? It's going around in a circle. Here is the pi hole, the north and the south. And these are going around it. But don't forget, around it, this is the center. Here is above, and here is below. So if you see 4 here, you must see 4 up here, and you must see 4 down here. 4, 8, 12. But you cannot run 12 because you don't need to run on the ground. You're on the ground, so you only need here and here to run that. That's the way I work it. Okay, it's the ground. So you give the ground 4, and then you give the upper side 8 and 4. HD. This is where Pluto, the sun of area space, comes in. These are different ways to create the star, and they're also going to show different angles or dimensions or entries. You see this one? You see the way it's going down this way, and it's actually spinning that way? Do you see the way it's spinning? These are the 2 poles. Here is A, E, and I. These get numbers. We have a visitor. How are you, Missy? How are you, Missy? Oh, me too. I want a little company. Me too. You just came at the right time. I can use some company just like that. Yes, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so I mean, I'd pay more attention to you. I just want to finish this. Okay, we're going to end it soon. So we spoke about when we went into the word a pound. This is location 15 and 21. 5 times 3, 5 and 3, or 5 times 3. And I forget what. Hold on a second. I'm getting mixed up, but you keep putting your head here. Okay, we're gonna go down to finish off. Man, I jumped all over the place, right? 17, 18, and 19 is what I was talking about. Okay. I don't want to jump off of that. I was trying to explain the numbers, right? Let me take a look. Hold on a second. 52 letters, small caps. Oh boy, I jumped all over the place. I hope I didn't lose anybody in this. Okay, we're going to have to finish this after. Okay, that's fine. All my cards are falling on the floor. That's all, folks. No, that's not all. Mars and Earth. See the way Earth creates an extra division over here, an extra space? Mars has 1 line. This is 2. The way the dollar sign changed. What year did it change? I always tell the same story because the numbers tell the same story. Yeah, this is your number 11. This is part of the countdown and the count up. These are the basic numbers that we use, and we use them, and I'm going to get back to it, from 60, okay, from 60 over to 99, we use these numbers. These are the expressive numbers from 60 to 99. Now, we don't need any of the other numbers because number 5 is the core. It's the passing. We don't need the free space. It gives us the student, this area over here. 5 and 15, okay, 6 and 14. And this is where pi comes in. Yes, mathematical pi comes in right here. These are the 2 that bring 11, okay, into life through pi, the divided life, in between time of Jesus, okay, through the creation of the heavens and the birth. It's telling it all over here. And I'm going to use 1 and 19 as the game. And they all work out to 20. So what are they basing this off of? The countdown, 1 through 20 equals to 210. And that happens to be the cube, the moon, okay, and the birth. The reason for this, I don't care if there's 1 0. I'm going to add another one. I'll put a decimal if you're not happy. So all zeros will become 66. Okay, or you can just leave it at this. What's it saying to you is the moon diameter, okay, the moon diameter, okay, is 2,160 miles or 3,476 kilometers. Okay, this is 9 times 24. Although it's in 9 days, I equivalent it to a birth and part of the Mayan 9 parts of its cycle, whether it's the 10-day, 9 and 1 month, 9 and 1 week, to the whether it's 18 or 20 months in the year. What is it? 18 months of 20 days, or is it 18 days of 20 months? I don't remember. I think it was 20 days of 18 months, 360. So this is how this works out. This is, I mean, all of these, they're all going to tell stories. So let me just jump off this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You okay? I turned the page too quick. So let me, okay, it's over here. So what happens is when you're counting into the 70s, okay, I'm not going to count the plateau. The starting point is 60. And the reason I call it the starting point plateau of alpha omega is because 9 and 6 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. When it comes to 7 and 9 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So 9 and 7 is 6, 79, 60 to 69, where's 70? 70. 7 and 9 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 8 and 9 is 17, 1 and 7 is 8. 9 and 9 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. They all match. So we have the countdown. So when we start counting down, am I a little too loud? But when we count down, right? When we count down, our first number, we are going to say we are going to go 4 times 20 plus, I'm going to do this, plus 19. 19. It's the whole word. When you say 19, you are saying 42, 44. You are saying 86, the house planet, area space, created from the half-life of Pluto, because it's Pluto that creates this. Whether it's 42 or 24, this also is created by Venus, which is represented by the angel I call resident, Venus, the letter R. The letter R is 18. The letter R is 18, 1 and 8. Created by A, B, C, D, equaling to 10. Okay, plus the heavens H, JH, October, the octo H in the 10th month, expressing SJQ. Just going to keep that as it is. It has to do with the reverse alphabet, and it also has to do with the deck of cards. We're going to keep that out for now. So when we do the countdown, we're automatically saying 20 and 10, and then we are adding on, so we are doing 20 and 10, and then we are doing either 19, 18, right? Now, 18 is different because in 18, in the word 8, there's so many things to write down. You see, we have the word 8, right? When we go to 18, I only need EEN, which is 24. I only need the house planet. But in this one, I need 44. How is this created and how is this number created is the better understanding and what the number creates. This will create the division of the 7th gate. That's exactly what 8 stands for, and it's not me. It's happened in other games. It's not me. These all happen somewhere else at least once. And the 6 happens at least once, and it takes A, B, C, and it takes 10. And one of the, I'm not really sure why it takes always 10, right? But one of the reasons, for just one of the reasons, okay? Oh, there's so many reasons. Because first of all, the primary world is something in itself, but 10 is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. And after 0.9, you have 1. You remember, if you have change in your pocket, you have 1 penny, you have 10 pennies, you have $1. So now you have your 99 to this side and 1. And then you have 198 and 2. So you have 1. The reason for this, why I did this, is because I'm trying to show you that we need 1. We need 0.99. We need 1, and we need 2, and we need 3. And these numbers will show up. These numbers will show up, okay? 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. And the magic of number 3. Whoa, something just happened. I lost my screen. Okay, and where this happens is we're going to divide by 3. We're going to divide by 3. Do I need a calculator? So when we go 1 divided by 3 equals, boy, I'm all over the place, right? 0.333. That's where the pigs come in, okay? 4 divided by 3 equals 1.333. And then 7 divided by 3 equals 2.333. And each one of these will have 0.01 cent left over. Okay? 0.01 cent. Just give me 1 second. $0.01 cent. Right there. Judgment. Forget about the thing in here. DC is judgment. Anyways, that's a rocking chair. Now we're going to go 2 divided by 3, and you're going to get 0.666. 5 divided by 3, you're going to get 1.666. 8 divided by 3, you're going to get 2.666. So now it's funny. We have 3 here and we have 6 over here. 3 and 6. Where do I, oh, hold on a second. Where do I get this from? Well, look at that. I got the same thing over here. And I got the same thing over here. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think I was the creator of this? Did I create this system? Did I create that system? Either it's yes or it's no. I'm going to tell you something, and please don't call me a liar or think that I'm lying, but I didn't create it. This is not created by me, sadly enough to say. Somebody else created it. I'm using their perfect creation, accepted all over the world, its formation, to tell a story. So now we're going to go 3 divided by 3, 1. 6 divided by 3, 2. 9 divided by 3, 3. So who owns everything? If 3 owns number 1, then it owns number 1 and it owns number 3. 6 owns number 2. It owns number 2 and it owns number 3. 2 times 3s are all 6s. And number 9, it owns both 1 and 2. And it owns all 3. This will be 999, 3.999. And how about these 2? 1 and 2, 3. And if you add these all together, okay, this will be all these together, okay, this will be 18, 18, 18, or 999. So it all fits into its own perfect formation, all by itself. And I didn't do this. The calculator did. I don't know why, but this thing seems to work magic. So it's telling the truth. What is it telling me? I don't really know. I don't know it all. It's just telling me more facts about how 1 and 2 come together for creation. 2 different sources. But it's explaining, look, they're both rotating with the same numbers. It's just in 2 different areas. 1 around 2, which is 3. And then 3 gets formatted inside of here, enveloped with another 2. There's 2 ways to look at this dice. 3 and 2 or 4 and 1. Not really sure. And you do know that there's explanatories. The 1 is found in the 5 and in the 3. The 2 is found in the 3, in the 5, and twice in the 6. The 3 is found inside the 5, as well as the 1 inside the 5, and 2 2s are inside the 5. They have this 2, which is 1 and 9, and they have this 2, which is 3 and 7. The spirit of creation of the 7th gate. And these are going to tell stories, of course, right? I want to read some of the comments. Then I'm going to slow down and maybe I can catch up with something, because I wasn't finished with number 90. Because we're going to count 90. We're going to be saying 91, let's say 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. And each one of them is going to tell a different story, not only by the numbers, but because when you say in English, okay, we're going to keep 11, we're going to keep 12, we're going to keep 13. 14 is different because we say the number 4, we separate it from teen. 15 is different. It's FIF. It's automatically telling me rotation because it's 6, 9, 6. Teen, 44, rotation in space. Then we're going to go to 15, 14, 16. 16, you speak about the 6. So the 6 is number 52, which is Earth's heart. And the teen, area space created by the births from Pluto. Buy and sell. To buy and to sell. I'm not really sure exactly which ways we want to use that exact word. B-U-Y and S-E-L-L. Just like bulls and bears. So now we get to 17. Now 17 gets a full, complete change. 17, the word 7 is number 65, explaining the beginning, explaining how beta creation, how after the birth of the Christ and Mars, both of them, because they both mathematically in the star system, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 will create 6 and 5. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 plus 3 equals 5. That'll equal to 11. They both create 11. 6 and 5, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So they're telling their own, there's just so many stories. So anyways, 7 would be 11, which is the student, the child from either Mars, born after the creation of Jesus, at the time of Jesus. And I'm just thinking where I was. 7, okay, and teen 44 from area space Mars. And when you go to area space Mars, what's actually happening is on my design on the floor from the roulette, there's a cube, okay, that's located between 14 and 23, almost like the Star of David. The cube, the Star of David, is located right there between 14, not 13 and 15, okay, which is 7, 11. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4, 7. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 5 and 6, 11. Split by number 14, almost like putting a battery in. You know, you use all the numbers to 15, which is 120, but we're going to move away number 14. So we're going to go 106. And then we're going to use all the numbers from 23 and up. No, then we're going to use the numbers 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then we're going to add in 23. So 23 and 14 is 37. And 111, we have 148. The plug-in is 148. I'm going to use the plug-in. Now this is a little complicated what I'm saying. It's either this piece plugs into this piece, or there's a complete new piece that plugs in, and these two come together to join it like a battery. Anyways, I'm taking away from where I was. Okay, I want to talk about just 1 second. I just want to finish off with this. So when we count down from 99, I made a short story long. There's different stories. So it's going to be 65 and 44, 109 or 169. It's where number 17 is actually the gateway for real. It's 169. It's 100. It's 1 surrounded by 168, or 13 times 13, or the size of the Monopoly board. When it was built, the dimensions were 2020, which was a perfect vision, perfect size, in which the extremities drawn on square paper, that Monopoly board, will leave 88 to the outside, 16 towards the corners, okay, and 16 towards the corners, and 18 for the properties per side. Anyways, 18, 18, 18, 18. 72 for the properties. 72 for the properties, 16 for the corners, 88. I'm not going to explain it now. I'll explain it another time or ask me. I wanted to also speak, when I got to 97, 98, 99, they are very special. These numbers are repeated twice on the board, regardless of 1 through 20, okay? 1 through 19, at 17, 18, 19. These numbers are repeated twice on the board in a different context inside of 97, where they're saying 4 times 20, 10, 7. So they're separating the 20, the 10, and the 7. The same way they'll separate the 20, the 10, and the 8, and the 20, the 10, and the 9. That's 60. We're supposed to have 4 times 20. This is only 60 happening. Do you follow what I'm saying? 1 times the 20, 4 times the 20, but it's happening 3 times. I don't care about the complete denomination of multiplying it by 4. What happens is when you say 98, you are saying 4 times 20 plus 10 and 8. But when you say, let's say 48, you're going to say 48. You're going to say the number 8. But when you say 96, you're going to say 96. but not when you come to 97, 98, 99. It's different. So these three numbers are parts of pi. They're broken up. So if they're broken up, I can create more from it. So 17, excuse me. So this whole configuration of what I'm saying happens 3 times. It happens when it starts at 10 and goes all the way to number 19. It happens again when it goes from 70 all the way to 79. And it happens again, okay, when it goes from 90 over to 99. So since it happens 3 times that you're going to use the formation of 11 through 19, I'm going to multiply them by 3. So if I multiply 17 by 3, or I'll use it, no, first I'll do it by 1, the original, the beginning, all the way up to 19, 20, and then the numbers start, 21st. That's where it starts. 21st, 2 and 1 creation. Where do we stop 21? At 30. So if we had the countdown from 30, I would say 30, and I would come to 21. That would be my countdown, blackjack. Then and we would then go to 40, and I would count backwards to 31. 3 and 1 equals to 4, same as 40. And if I want to go to 51, I'll start at 60 and go down to 51, 5 and 1. So they're all packets of 10. I forget where I was going. Yes. Okay. So when we count in these areas in the 70s and the 90s, which is very funny that on the telephone, they remove the 2 letters, the Q and the Z, from the 7 key and the 9 key, and they put it on the 1 number on the ATM, the 17th and 26th letter equaling to 43 DC. But the 17th letter, 1 and 7, 8, and the 26th letter, 2 and 6, 8, is 88, telling us more about Pegasus, about purple. How do you get these numbers? Well, you get them from number 43 and 34, which is the words for hot and cold water. It'll give you some warm water. The colors are red and blue, and that'll create purple because those are the colors for the type of water, for the heat and the cold. So when I multiply, I'm going to show you down on my paper. So when I multiply 2 times 17, I like to, you see, this would be 217, right? Or 28. And that's the cycle of the gateway. But if I put it down 17 and 17, that equals to 34. But if I go 17 and 17, okay, that equals to 214. Or 1 and 4 equals to 5. So DC and Earth. Here you're going to create 17, and here you're going to create 19. 17 and 19. In between, the split from Venus, the angel. 891, 198. These are the 3 numbers that I would talk about multiplying, 17, 18, and 19. So that is 2 times. When I go 3 times, I get 51. This is DC. 51 is Mars. And this is where the student is created. But if I go 3 times 17 this way to the single digit, I get 21 and 3. I get 3 and 3. I now get 3 and 3 for rotation of 6-9 rotation. 6-9 rotation where? From 17. Does anybody know how to create 17? The only real way to create 17 in numbers is 9 and 8. 19 is on the other side of numbers, and that has been shown in the game roulette. When you mark 3/4, right, I can also say 75. So that's what happens with number 17. 4 17s creates the house planet. 5 17s equals to matrix. And 6 17s is 102. It's Valentine's. And it also equals to the half-life. 6 17s. 6 times 17, 42 and 6. It creates 66. It creates the house planet pass. And this also creates 86, which will create 48 and 14, 62. This will then create the T-pass. Anyways, this ends up to be Pluto. This creates the birth inside the sun. This is where the queen shows up, and this is where the divide shows up on the next level. So this is what number 17 does. What does number 18 do? Number 18 and 18 equals to 27, and 18 equals to 36. 18 and 18 equals to 36, and 18 equals to 54. The two of them equal to 90, birth and rotation from Venus of the red sun. 279189369 549. It all breaks up and extends from over here. This is the inside of this, which is the inside of this, which is the inside of this. Where does this come from? It's located right over here. 1 with 8 void, if you want to look at it that way. It is the R letter, R and I, just like when you run the TH and you run into that direction, you end up on third. So if we go to number 19 equals to 38, this is where the club comes in. This is where the clover comes in. This is where the division comes in, and it's through the moon. The third one will create the third 19, okay? And these three altogether will equal to 57, and that is the singularity for the moon and the half-life. The next 19, remember, the vibration is 2, 3, 4. We're going to use all of them. The first 19 is created from 13. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 12 and 7, 19. Now I'm adding them. Second dimension, third dimension, fourth dimension. Fourth dimension, 4 times 19, 4 by 9 is 36, and 40 equals to 76, which is created from number 16, which is a reversal of 19. So you see how everything is, how this 19 is going back into 17. Do you remember we spoke before how 19 runs into 17? 19 is created from 13, and 17 is created from 25, just one of its creations. So anyways, now we're going to go 2 times 19 is 29. 3 times 19 is 39. 4 times 19 is 49. We're going to stop there because the reversal of all of these will be into the cycle of creation of DC. All I have to do is reverse them all to create 10, 10, 10. There's more ways to do this. Anyways, I've been all over the place in this video. I'm happy and unhappy with certain things that I did. Right, 13 equals B equals 2, absolutely. Yo, yes. Yes, Susan, I don't know if I said something. Yes, robes, kings and robes. Sting like a bee. The sum this morning had a cool design. Oh, the sum or the sun? Thank you, I appreciate it, catchy. Is that what it is, catchy? Is it catchy? Tic-tac-toe. Oh, yes, tic-tac-toe. And you never play one game, right? There's a series of games. Should they be all different packets of numbers? You see, if they're different packets of numbers, right, I have created, it's at least 1,000 numbers. It's somewhere in my work. I know I made one mistake in it, and I redid pi where it shows formation. Okay, I need somebody else to put it on a computer, but it shows pi in 1,000 are running in some sort of rotation, and the rotation that it runs is 369 is its rotation. So I have to understand exactly where to put it and what's it doing. The basis of one part of rotation of 369 is right in front of us. Okay, from 9 over to 3 is 6. From 3 over to 6 is 3. From 2 over to 5 is 3. From 2 over to 8 is 6. From 1 over to 7 is 6. From 1 over to 4 is 3. So where is the 9? Is it where I go from here to here and then I take 3 and put it with 6 and then take 3 and put it with 9? And then we have 3, 6, and all equaling to 9 rotation. See, the difference is 3 in every single one of them. So what's it saying? 3, 6, 9. But if we did go 3, 6, 9, what would we be talking about? Where would this be if I went to the roulette board? I'd have to look at the roulette board. 3 times, let me just think of something. 3 times 6 equals to 18 times 9 equals to 72 and 90, 162. I can use that about any, oh my God, 9 times 9, 18 plus 9 equals 27. 189, 145, 9 plus 9 equals, okay. First of all, it's Venus, Jupiter. Venus, Jupiter. I'm going to show you the math. What happens, I didn't finish about 0 I talked about before. Who's control of 6, 0? DC controls 0. Israel, DC. Israel is DC. They're controlling 0. That means if they control 0, that means they are headquarters. They are number 9. They are 159. They are A, E, and I. They cannot, can they be C? No, we're C. This is who we are. That's what it's telling me right here. We are the birth from Mars in rotation to the sun. They're explaining it all here. 5 and 9, when it shows up, this is where pi shows up for me. Because to create this 9, the basic creation of this is with 1 and 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 creates this 9 in itself. Let's step out of that. The equation was right over here. 18 times 9, which is I and R. Well, oh yeah, here it is, created from here 3 times. Okay, let me just mark that out. So it's this will connect to the moon. This says when a big red sun, it's I and R, and it comes in third because that's where I and R comes in. It's in the TH. Okay, it comes in the second side of the tablet because in the pool game, okay, the stripes begin at 9, right? 1 to the 8 ball. I don't want to, anyways, I'm not going to get into that. So anyways, this is what creates 81 Venus, resident angel, the two of them. You end up with back to the same number on the minus. On the plus, you end up with the numeric value for Jupiter, in which when it's inverted, okay, it'll show you the division of the 7th gate. And I think I've been very, very confusing. Very confusing. Okay, that's going to be it. Yes, let me see. Hi, y'all are so advanced. No one's advanced. Whatever I know is by memory. I make a ton of mistakes. And that's when I just say, stop, let's not talk about it because I can't explain it fully, although I probably can figure it out myself. But do not forget, we all must make it up by finding the same look-alike somewhere else. Everything I do is found somewhere else. I take the equations, basic equations, multiply, addition, minus, and add, and then I go to games, understanding how games work, what it takes to get the first base, what happens when we score a goal. Sometimes hockey's confusing, so I'll just look at the clock. I'll say there's 1 goalie and 5 people on the ice, 5 and 1. They must have taken it frozen in hell and coming out of Mars. They have the whole arena. It's linear. But it's linear. Who's on one side? You have a goalie on your side, but everybody plays on the ice. But yet it's divided. They got 2 teams, 1 on each side, sometimes side by side. They have basketball. They have 2 teams. They have 2 baskets. They have 12 minutes in a quarter. They represent Pluto. 15 minutes represents Mars. Mars 4, Pluto 9, 4 and 9 come together. This is where Christ, the building of Green Go Christ, comes apart with number 49. D and I, number 49. And where is D and I, number 49? If you forgot from 10 minutes ago what I was talking about, 4 and 9. It is D and I. D and I. ID must be my ID. So in French, the days of the week for Monday through Saturday will end in D and I. But Sunday begins with D and I. So is there a possibility? Is there a possibility that we will say this, Sam dimanche, I need to, between M and M is D. I'm just trying to understand. Manche, okay, can be a sleeve. It can also mean an inning in baseball, which is 6 outs. Samedi. So I'm just Sam dimanche. Sam S and A. I'm just trying to understand this word. I need to understand. We got we have the word man over here. Oh my God. Demon. Wow. I don't know why. I'm just looking chevre. Chevre. I don't know what that means. Anyways, there's something inside of us. Oh my God. Look, mass. 33, like in Christmas. 33, 28, 13. I'm just trying to understand this whole thing over here. The other one is to hide. This is saying cache. This is saying to hide. 11, 16. This is the half-life, all associated. C and H coming together. The female is over here, 385. This is saying to hide. The reason it's saying to hide, okay, because if this is the H letter, okay, just say C and then say H. You say cache. But this, spelt this way in French, says cache, and it means to hide. Hide, man, hide, demon, mass, hide the mass demon man, something about in Sunday and Saturday that come together. Anyways, this is number 33, creating rotation. This is green go. This is man to the cycle. And this one over here creates the half-life from the heavens of creation. Female, E. That's it. I think I said enough. I hope I made some sense in the last how long I've been on? 33 seconds? 17 and strawberry wine. 99 bottles of beer in the wall. B, third base. Yes. Back C. Catchy. That's catchy. Cassie. Cassie? Vassie. It's catchy. Suzanne. Suez Canal. The Bridge. Shadow. Sunnyside. Hobbs. A board game. The Life of Man. Solitary. Poor British. And short. French. Okay, so that's all the comments I see. Okay, very good. I hope I was able to explain everything. There's just so many things going on. I need a coach. I need a coach. I need a coach. I just want to say, pour celui-là, si t'es là, si le mot sort pas, fais la recherche. I just want to look it up. Just one second. Has anybody heard of the, just 1 second. Wow. I'm just looking up this word and I'm not getting the word. No, I'm not getting, oh, you know, it's so funny. It's so funny. Because you look up, you know what, sometimes there's the wrong translation of certain words. See what I'm looking up? Farfadet. And when you go further down, this is what I was looking for. So there's different kinds. And the good souls, okay, is in the club. This is where the Farfadet proves, okay, something very big. And it stands out in the club, okay? Stands out in the club. So we have to understand the two sides of this, because we're not posting a green club. We're posting a black club when we play the cards. So somebody is misrepresenting, because these lutins are supposed to be good. And look, the cube, the cube, the cube. RAPHAEL, 7286. What does it mean, the letters? What does it mean, the letters? I don't know. Somebody tell me anything. Green clovers. Oh, yes. Green is number 49. And 8 is number 49. 49, 49, 98, the high heavens. 49 and 49 is also 89, because if we count them to a single digit, it's 89, 98, 17, 17. So if it was 17, 17, it'd be 88. The division of 888. That center 8 is the connection between the two 8s. You put two dots, the digital dots. And depending where you put the line is how you're going to divide it. Also, 17 and 17 is DC, as well as 17 and 17 is actually 17. If just two sides of my brains got a number, 6 and 9, but yet I am the only one controlling it, what number do you give it? Obviously 6, in control of 1. The one voice I speak. Okay, 88 constellations and then beyond. Well, Pegasus, NGC 7286. The word Pegasus is number 88 in the NGC 7286. Yes, and the word for strawberry, if you want to go to berries, strawberry has to be broken up many, many, many times. But I just want to break it up the simple way, and it's berry and straw. Peace to everybody. I'm doing this all the time, right? I'm doing this all the time. I don't know why 30 is part of what? 30 is part of what? Remember we did this thing? Oh, and I didn't finish one thing. Sorry, I have to just interrupt this one thing. Didn't finish one thing, and it was right here. I told you everything in the 90s. When it came to the 80s, right, we just counted regular, 81 to 89. We used 1 through 9, but not here. We didn't do that here. So if we're counting through numbers 1 through 9, wouldn't you reckon 1 through 6 would be the cube, 21, and then 7, 8, 9 would be 24. 21 and 24. That's just what it'd be. I can't explain it right now. When you count in the 70s, you're using the number system of 10 through 19. So there's so many things going on, and I'm fidgeting. I'm looking all around how to say it properly. And it is what it is, and I really appreciate it. Maybe one day when everything straightens out, we can all meet somewhere and by the poolside or resort and have our own little room and try not to get too much of a headache going over this. It's nice to relax and talk about a little bit and throw it around, because it's not just me. It's not me. It's us. First of all, if nobody else would hear, what would be the difference of me sharing this? And because we are here, and I figured once the brain really learns the truth of all these things that we think mean nothing. You know, you go to school and you say, why do we need to know this? Well, maybe we need to know what I'm saying more than anything else. But it begins at the very, very young age. I'd say 3, 4, 5 years old, 6 years old, maximum. The minute you learn 1 plus 1 and 1 times 1, that's when you got to be learning. And the ABCs itself, the reverse of the ABCs, the alphabet with the ABCs. Because for me, it's just been coded that way. It's encoded to be that way. Second thing I want to mention is that there's 2 centers and 2 reversals to the alphabet. The first extension of the alphabet is A through M, N through Z. So A through M, the reversal will be, I think, 76. And then through the Z, I don't remember which number it is. Is it number 18? 17, I think it is. 17. Let me think. No, hold on a second. 14. Okay. T. I think it's T. T. That's the division, which is number 20. 4 times 20. I'm thinking. I'm tired. Just bear with me just for 1 minute. Oh, and the word bear is 26. He's in the game. He's turning everything into a disaster. But the bear is only created by the queen and the king, by the 12 and the 13, by the man and the woman. Because this letter here, just make 13 over it and put 12 over this, and you'll get those 2 letters. 47, this is time, Jesus running the cycle of the moon. 5 times 7, 35. 5 plus 7, 12. 8 and 3 comes together again. Very special numbers in Baccarat. So through this whole thing that I talked about, and I may leave something out, is that, remember, it took A, B, C plus D to get to the other side. So the whole beginning didn't happen until 10. Everything else comes from the other side. Nothing happens until D10, which is J. So nothing happens until the 10th letter. So what happens to G, H, and I? Well, it is the gateway to the heaven's birth, 24, the 24-hour day that we are given so our body can come into the house planet, the 9 lives of the cat, so we can think, coming through the sun, running through our blood, and it's time for me to take a shower. So those are the halfway points of the alphabet. It would be T and I think it's T and G, the 2 halves of the alphabet. Do I get me wrong? And that's where gematria uses the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 6, 6, 6, 24, and 2 7s, 25, 26. It is what it is. What else is there? The 20th and the 7th, 27, 2 and 7, when a big red sun. I'm just looking things over. Since nothing begins until 1 and 2 creates 3, therefore nothing can actually create till 30. But that's only one side because we have to replicate creation. So that's 60. It's 2 sides, 30 and 30. Then you need the 1 dot that passes in. That's 70. That's where 60 and your 10 comes in. 1 and 9. Which direction do you want to go? 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. Which direction do you want to go? That's your 10. That's the center of it. Not me. All the creation you want. All the creation you want. What do you want? They gave us this stuff. They gave it this stuff. They told us potato masher, right? For the pound key. So I didn't do any of this. I didn't mix colors. I didn't give colors names. I didn't make the alphabet. I didn't make the mathematics. I didn't do any of this. I'm just doing what I do, putting it all together. I want to say, oh, the piano too. 29 and 24 is center C, from the right to left and left to right. Clover, 15, 30, 52, 57, 67, 73 for clover. Apparently that's good. Creation of the gate. 73 and 19, 73, 83, 92, creation of the gate, and then the birth through the gate. Coke, 18, 29, 34. Coke is DC. What is Pepsi? 16 and 16, 32 and 5, 37 and 47, 56 and 9, 56 and 9, 65. So Pepsi is the student. Coke is the is DC. And the other thing about that is Pepsi is actually showing you P and P is the half-life, or 757, telling you about the moon and Mars. Pepsi's telling you about Mars. That's the way it's starting off, because it ends with SI. Right away, SI comes together. Whoosh, that's Mars. S19, I 928, telling me Mars creates the cycle of man. Right away, because the numbers tell me that. So what am I supposed to say? Is it my fault this is what I'm saying because the numbers say it, because the words total to those numbers? And I'm just repeating those words? Give me more words with number 28. I can go get them myself. I'll go to the gematria calculator and get a bunch of words. I'll just put in the number 28, and it's just going to give me a whole bunch of stuff. A can of nuts. Well, would you ever think that they call somebody who is not fast in his head? Okay, they talk about the brain as being a noodle. They talk about the brain and légumes, which is vegetables, and all the words they use, all the terminologies they use, is just it needs to be categorized the same way they build a computer. Same way as working in the office. The secretary goes ahead and he puts things away, right? Anyways, I want to thank you for being here. Oh, this is something different. Juice Ignat, I've never seen your name before. Die holds. Let me read that. Die is a cube. You want me to hold the cube? Diehold, Diehold. I and E. I and E is very special. 9 and 5. 9 and 5. The reversal of that is created by number 14, Win Big. Win Big Red. Nuts and wires. Oh, really? Thank you, Juice. I mean, I just never see your name out here in the comments or anything. And I don't know. You know, it's for me. I need it energizes me. Knowing somebody else is here is going to energize me. You know, it's like saying, "Oh, somebody can upload some of my videos or all of my videos. I don't want to lose it. Call me nuts." But I think the information on here should be remembered. I remember it all. I probably don't even have to open up any of the videos or any of my books because I remember my last 10 years of work. If somebody reminds me off of a video they watched, they bring it back to me. And I'm one person. Imagine if there's 100,000 viewers, 100,000 people download, 100,000 people ask questions. Ask a question. I look for an answer that has to be out there. You look for an answer. 100,000 people look for an answer. We find a balanced answer that will be balanced by nature, by the reality of what we were given. We had to start by purity. The system could not cheat us. They had to show us purity. So we can work magic for them. We can work the science for them. We can make the machines for them. Because the machines made it easier on us because I have 100 acres of land. What am I going to do with 100 acres of land? I need an acre for myself. So if somebody builds me a tractor, well, then they can't work on the farm. So what if they didn't build the tractor and they all came to work on the farm? I wouldn't need the people at the oil field. So let them go to the farm. But what about the horses? Who's going to grow the grain for the horses? You know, it costs more money to feed a horse today than it does to put gas in your car. Yeah. And your horse ain't going to get you anywhere to make you back that bread. Make you back that bread? You mean dough? Dough? Bread? Oh, my God. Dough and bread both make money. Well, dough, we'll leave that with Ramey. You know Ramey? Yeah, Dough Ramey. Down the street. Yeah, that's where he lives, Dough Ramey. With Fatso. Yeah, Do Ramey lives with Fatso Lati. You know Fatso Lati? Yeah, French guy from down the street. Anyways, don't do Amy and don't talk to Fatso down the street, okay? Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti. Oh, it's poetry. It's poetry for sure. It's poetry and it's rhythm and it's vibration. For me, it's everything. It's just everything. I mean, I don't even know half of anything. I met someone and like the questions were just, I would say something to her and she would say something back to me. And I'm like going, don't question it. But the questions were relevant. They were good questions, except that wasn't the story I was talking about. So I would have to finish my story and then come back to the question that was absolutely relevant. So I never really see anybody that's on the ball like that. And that like is really inspiring for me. RH. RH is always very special. They call that RH blood. It's also an RH. And it's my Hebrew name because of where my grandmother is called Rochelle and I'm called Raphael. And R and H is the word H. And Rochelle is in the ladder. So it's Raphael, also stemming to not only the hornblower, but the one who climbs the ladder. And it's R and H. Rash, Rochelle. Anyways, that was my grandmother's name. That's how it became my name. And I've got it up on the wall. I forget what number it is. Raphael. That's what I did in life. I was rough and I failed. That's why they called me Raphael. That's it. I was always on the left side too. Never on the right side. Everybody on the right side, I went to the left side. Hardly anybody there on the left side. Not many lefties in the world, right? You know a lot of people that left. But if you went on the left, you can watch all the people on the right while trying something different. So you left them alone. They left you alone. You had no friends, but it was okay. I was learning all the time. something to share with the world, and maybe one day I can be part of the right side too. Anyways, yes, and do you know crown is also known as corona? And that is also number 66. And I don't want to get into the value of this whole thing going on. So we're going to leave it at that. Even a descent. My own name is a coded message to myself. Well, first of all, even the names you choose is the same thing. You've got ice, man. You're a Jew with ice. And that's why you called yourself Jew Ice. And you're also an ingot, an ingot. And when I look at it, it says gold. To me, you're a gold ingot. You're a cold Jew ingot. But the word IN, right, is presentation through creation of the red sun. Go is number 49, and you went through the T gateway. It says to go. G-O-T says to go reversed. In, I go. In go. All the light bulbs, that's something. The candle, that's something. The other one looks like a coronavirus symbol, but I think it might also be the Star-Spangled Banner. Indigo. Ah, yeah, that's another one. Okay. Okay, the indigo child. Yeah, where the DI is in the center of IN and GO. And don't forget, if you're going to write a word, don't just write one word, because then you're writing the skeleton. You got to write indigo, 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 and keep writing it. Now start connecting the letters and change them all over to numbers. Then you're going to come up with something else. Why don't you do this? Go online and look up how many, put in all the alphabet into letter searches, put in the whole alphabet, and ask the computer how many two-letter words are in the alphabet. You're going to hear words you never heard before, and it's only 2 letters. Imagine. In they go. It's just like Nibiru. There's a planet called Nibiru. And I reversed the beginning to say in Beirut. Imagine you put, you write your letters this way, but every third letter, okay, you turn the 2 letters around. Instead of Nibiru, you go in Beirut. In Beirut, Nibiru. Remember I said Israel is the center, Israel is 0, Israel creates DC. Nibiru is also talking about Beirut, that area also. Don't forget, the good and the bad are in the same place. They have to be. They have to be in the same place. It is what it is. I got a ball. I threw it to the catcher. The batter was there. He says, is it going to be a good ball or a bad ball? Well, they threw the ball. It was out of the strike zone. It was a bad ball for the pitcher and for the team throwing the ball, for the defense. It was great for the offense. It was a ball. They throw 4 bad balls for the offense, for the defense. The offense is excited. The more bad balls you throw, the better it is for one team, but not for the other. There's a balance in everything, and we have to understand. Anyways, power to you. Time for the shower, a little bit of supper. Hopefully I get that exciting phone call that I'm waiting for the next year. And take care. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Look at the green screen, right? Isn't that the green screen? Right? You like my green screen? There it is. That's my green screen. Yeah. Big old green screen. I'm not even here. Thank you for watching.